A Halloween! The name itself sends shivers down our spines. It is a night when the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest. We embrace the darkness, reveling in tales of ghosts, goblins, and things that go bump in the night. But where did this fascination with all things spooky come from? How did Halloween evolve into the cultural phenomenon it is today? Halloween's origins can be traced back thousands of years. It is a tapestry woven from ancient Celtic rituals, Christian beliefs, and medieval superstitions. Over the centuries, Halloween has transformed and adapted, absorbing new traditions and meanings along the way. Yet, despite its evolution, Halloween has retained its unique ability to both thrill and chill us. Hello, and welcome to Knockboom Creek. Here we discuss all things paranormal, extraterrestrial, and cryptid. On today's episode, join us as we delve into the haunting history of Halloween. We will uncover its ancient roots, trace its evolution through the ages, and explore its cultural significance in the 21st century. Prepare to be captivated by a tale of spirits, sorcery, and the enduring power of tradition. From its humble beginnings as a pagan festival to its modern incarnation as a global celebration, Halloween continues to fascinate and intrigue us. It is a night for confronting our fears, honoring the dead, and indulging in a little bit of mischief. So, light the jack-o'-lanterns, gather your courage, and prepare to delve into the fascinating world of Halloween. To truly understand Halloween, we must journey back to ancient Celtic Ireland, a land shrouded in myth, legend, and a deep connection to the natural world. It is here, amongst the rolling green hills and mist-filled valleys, that we find the origins of this ancient festival, a celebration that has evolved over millennia. The Celts who inhabited these lands over 2,000 years ago celebrated a festival known as Samhain, pronounced Samhain. This was a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds was believed to be at its thinnest. This festival, held on the night of October 31st, marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, a time of both celebration and preparation for the harsh months ahead. For the Celts, Samhain was a time of great significance, a pivotal moment in their calendar that was rich with rituals and traditions. It was believed that on this night, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred, allowing spirits to pass freely between these realms. Spirits could pass freely between these realms, and the Celts both feared and revered these otherworldly visitors, believing they could bring both blessings and misfortune. To appease the spirits and ensure their favor, the Celts made offerings of food and drink, leaving them out on altars and doorsteps. They also wore costumes often made from animal skins and heads to disguise themselves from malevolent spirits, blending in with the supernatural beings that roamed the earth. Bonfires played a central role in Samhain celebrations, their flames lighting up the night and serving as beacons of protection. These roaring fires served a dual purpose. They provided warmth and light in the encroaching darkness, and they were also believed to ward off evil spirits, keeping the community safe. The bonfires were not just practical, they were deeply symbolic, representing the light of hope and the power of community in the face of the unknown. People would often leap over these bonfires as a form of ritual cleansing, a way to purify themselves and gain protection for the coming year. Cattle, a vital part of Celtic life, were also driven between bonfires in a symbolic act of purification, ensuring their health and safety through the winter. Samhain was not just a time of fear and superstition, it was also a time for feasting, divination, and merriment. The Celts would gather to share the bounty of the harvest and look to the future. People gathered together to share stories, tell fortunes, and celebrate the end of the harvest, using various methods of divination to predict the year ahead. It was a time for communities to come together, to strengthen bonds, and to face the uncertainties of the coming winter months with a sense of unity and shared purpose. These ancient Celtic traditions, steeped in folklore and ritual, would lay the foundation for the holiday we now know as Halloween, a celebration that continues to evolve and captivate us to this day. As centuries passed and Christianity spread throughout Europe, the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain did not vanish. Instead, it evolved, adapting to the changing religious landscape. Instead, it was absorbed into the Christian calendar, transforming into a new holiday with echoes of its pagan past. This transformation was a gradual process, influenced by the Church's efforts to integrate local customs. In the 9th century, the Catholic Church established All Saints' Day, also known as All Hallows' Day, on November 1st. This was a significant move to honor all Christian saints, both known and unknown, and to provide a Christian alternative to the pagan celebrations. This holy day was intended to honor all Christian saints, known and unknown. It was a day of reverence and prayer, where the faithful would gather to remember the saints and martyrs of the Church. The evening before All Saints' Day became known as All Hallows' Eve, which was later shortened to Halloween. This night was filled with anticipation and preparation for the holy day to come. This strategic placement of a Christian holiday so close to the pagan festival of Samhain was no coincidence. The Church sought to ease the transition for converts by aligning Christian celebrations with existing pagan ones. The Church sought to assimilate pagan traditions into the Christian faith, rather than trying to abolish them outright. This approach allowed for a smoother cultural integration and helped to maintain social harmony. While Halloween retained echoes of its pagan origins, it also acquired new Christian traditions and meanings. The blending of these traditions created a rich tapestry of customs that reflected both the old and the new. The association with death and the supernatural remained, but the focus shifted towards honoring the dead and praying for souls in purgatory. This duality of themes made Halloween a time of both solemn reflection and eerie celebration. The practice of dressing up in costumes continued, but instead of representing spirits and animals, costumes often depicted saints, angels, and biblical figures. This shift in costume themes reflected the changing religious influences on the holiday. Despite these Christian influences, many of the ancient Celtic customs associated with Samhain persisted. The bonfires, which were originally lit to ward off spirits, continued to be a central part of the celebrations. People continued to light bonfires, tell fortunes, and play pranks on Halloween. These activities, rooted in ancient traditions, added a sense of continuity and connection to the past. This blending of pagan and Christian beliefs created a unique holiday that celebrated both the sacred and the spooky. Halloween became a time to honor the dead, embrace the supernatural, and enjoy the playful aspects of the season. Halloween, like many other European traditions, made its way to the New World with the influx of immigrants in the 19th century. However, it wasn't until the mid-1800s, with the arrival of a large number of Irish immigrants fleeing the potato famine, that Halloween began to take root in American culture. The Irish brought with them their own unique customs and superstitions associated with Halloween, further enriching the holiday's tapestry of traditions. Initially, Halloween celebrations in America were largely confined to communities with strong Irish and Scottish roots. However, the holiday's popularity gradually spread throughout the country. By the late 19th century, Halloween had become a secular holiday enjoyed by people of all ages and backgrounds. The American celebration of Halloween took on its own distinct flavor, blending European traditions with new customs that emerged on American soil. Trick-or-treating, a hallmark of the modern Halloween celebration, is believed to have originated in America, although its exact origins are shrouded in mystery. Another American innovation was the carving of jack-o'-lanterns. While the tradition of carving turnips and other vegetables into lanterns originated in Europe, it was in America that the pumpkin, a native North American plant, became the canvas for these spooky creations. As Halloween entered the 20th century, it underwent further transformations, evolving from a relatively small-scale community holiday into a major commercial event. What was once a simple evening of neighborhood gatherings and homemade costumes began to grow into something much larger and more elaborate. The rise of mass media, particularly film and television, played a significant role in popularizing Halloween and shaping its modern image. Classic horror films introduced audiences to a new level of fright, while television brought Halloween specials into living rooms across the country, making the holiday a shared cultural experience. Horror movies, with their iconic monsters and spooky settings, captured the public's imagination and cemented Halloween's association with all things eerie and macabre. Characters like Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Mummy became synonymous with Halloween, adding a thrilling dimension to the festivities. The commercialization of Halloween, while often criticized for detracting from the holiday's traditional spirit, has also made it more accessible and inclusive. Retailers began to see the potential for profit, leading to the mass production of costumes, decorations, and candy. Today, Halloween is one of the biggest retail events in the United States, second only to Christmas in terms of consumer spending. Stores are filled with a vast array of Halloween-themed products, from spooky decorations to elaborate costumes, catering to all ages and tastes. From elaborate costumes and decorations to mountains of candy and Halloween-themed merchandise, the holiday has become a multi-billion-dollar industry. This commercialization has allowed for a greater variety of ways to celebrate, making it possible for everyone to find their own unique way to enjoy the holiday. Despite its commercialization, Halloween has retained its core elements of dressing up, celebrating the supernatural, and indulging in a bit of harmless mischief. Trick-or-treating remains a beloved tradition, and Halloween parties continue to be a popular way to celebrate with friends and family. The holiday continues to evolve and adapt to reflect contemporary trends and sensibilities. Each year brings new themes and ideas, influenced by current events, popular culture, and the ever-changing tastes of society. In recent years, there has been a growing emphasis on creativity and individuality in Halloween costumes, with people drawing inspiration from pop culture, current events, and their own imaginations. DIY costumes have become particularly popular, allowing individuals to showcase their creativity and personal style. Halloween has also transcended its American roots and become a global phenomenon. The holiday's themes of fun, fright, and fantasy resonate with people of all cultures, leading to its adoption and adaptation around the world. While still most widely celebrated in North America, Halloween has gained popularity in many countries around the world, from Europe and Asia to South America and Australia. Each region brings its own unique twist to the holiday, blending local traditions with the classic elements of Halloween. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back for more tales from Knockboom Creek. Do you have a topic you would like us to cover? Drop it in the comments. As an added bonus, we will be using one lucky commenter's channel name in an upcoming Storytime episode as a subscriber appreciation reward. Trick or treat, happy Halloween and good night.